just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will rise. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well, and it is time for me to reveal my official League 2 table predictions for the upcoming 2025-26 season. Before we get into the predictions, guys, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to go back to being on the road to 250 subscribers, so if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and yeah, let's get straight into the predictions. Right then, kicking off with my 2 relegation spots for League 2. In 24th place, I've got Harrogate Town, and in 23rd place, I've got Accrington Stanley. Let's start off with my last place then, which is Harrogate Town. This one is a very difficult one to choose from, but I've gone with these guys mainly because they have been flirting with relegation for a few seasons now, and they've had like one good season, but other than that, the only way they're going at the moment is down, because a couple of seasons ago they did okay, they got it near the top half. Then last season they finished just outside relegation, and this time I think with the pressure of the new teams coming up and the new teams coming down, it might get to them, and I've got Harrogate Town to finish 24th there. The performances over the past few seasons haven't been looking too great. They've been very, very patchy with their results, and so therefore I think the quality of the teams coming up and down might get to them. So I'm going to go with 24th place, Harrogate Town. They're my last places for me. Sorry, Harrogate Town. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And then moving on to my 23rd places, I've got Accrington Stanley, my second team, going down. With these guys, I think it's pretty much similar to Harrogate Town. They've been flirting around the relegation zone ever since they've been relegated, and I don't see anything improving from here. I'm sorry, Accrington Stanley fans. I think you guys are going to be the second team to go down next season. It's very difficult because I like to see them stay up. The advert is what's made them really famous. Accrington Stanley, who are they? But on the pitch, their performances haven't looked too great. They've been very, very patchy, just like Harrogate Town, and I think Accrington Stanley might get sucked into it. So yeah, 23rd place at Accrington Stanley for me. Sorry, guys. Right then, guys, moving on to the 4 teams that I've got just staying up just above the relegation zone. In 22nd place, I've got Newport County. In 21st place, I've got Barrow. 20th place, I've got Bromley Rovers, and 19th place, I've got Fleetwood Town. Kicking things off with Newport County then. So Newport County have been very, very lucky over the past few seasons when it comes to avoiding relegation. Last season, they had the worst goal difference out of every team in the league, and I thought they were very, very lucky to stay up last season. They were terrible. The reason why they ended up staying up was because of them winning a few games. If they hadn't have won as many games as they had done last season, they probably would have been relegated, and one of Morecambe and Carlisle might have stayed up. But Newport, I think next season they're going to be exactly the same. Win a few games, but not do as well. I think they have to be very, very careful, because if they're not careful, they are going to be in that relegation zone. So it's very close between them and Accrington Stanley for me, but I've got Newport County just and only just getting over the line. If you're a Newport County fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, I've got you just to just stay up. Moving on to my 21st place, which is Barrow. Now, Barrow have been very, very mediocre when it comes to their placements in League 2, haven't they? Like, a couple of seasons ago, they were right near the playoffs. Last season, they dropped off heavily and finished in the bottom half. So, it is difficult with Barrow because you have no idea where they're going to place. So, next season, I have a feeling they might have a little bit of a drop-off again, and I think they're going to finish 21st. I just have a feeling they're going to have a very, very difficult season next season, and I feel like they're going to be near the relegation zone in a relegation scrap. But I've got them to just stay up. So if you're a Barrow fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to finish in 21st place. Moving on to Tranmere Rovers then, I've got in 20th place. Now, Tranmere Rovers have been very lucky as well when it comes to avoiding relegation. For me, they just don't seem the same as they were a few years ago, you know. They've been in National League a couple of times, they've been flirting with League 2 relegation a few times, and I just want to see them improve. But at this point, I just don't see when that improvement is going to come. So for that reason, I've just got Tranmere down in 20th place because every season that I've seen them in, they've been around that relegation zone. So I feel like they're just going to stay up again, but have pretty much the same season that they've been having over the past couple of years or so. So yeah, 20th place for Tranmere for me. If you're a Tranmere fan, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I've got you to finish in 20th place, just staying up. Moving on to my 19th places, which is Fleetwood Town. Now, Fleetwood Town didn't do as good as I thought they'd do last season. I thought they'd finish much higher than they did, but you know, this is what football's all about. You can literally predict a team to have a very good season, and they somehow don't have a good season. And I feel like Fleetwood might have a bit of a worse season next season. I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference between lots of teams in this league. I just feel like Fleetwood are going to have a very good go next season, but finish bottom half of the table and just survive relegation. I just have a feeling that's going to happen with Fleetwood. So if you're a Fleetwood fan, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I've got you to finish 19th, just staying up in 19th place in League 2. Right then, moving on to the 4 teams that I've got staying up a bit more comfortably. In 18th place, I've got Cheltenham Town. In 17th place, I've got Crewe Alexandra. In 16th place, I've got Bromley. And in 15th place, I've got Barnet. Starting out with 18th place Cheltenham. Now they're exactly the same as Fleetwood. They didn't do as well as I thought they'd do last season. It was very confusing because I thought they'd do very well and get into the playoffs at least. But they maybe look like a right plum, didn't they? But again, that's what football gives you. You know, you think a team's going to do well, and they end up not doing very well. So I think Cheltenham's going to have a very, very similar season to Fleetwood and what they did last season. And I feel like they're going to finish a bit more comfortably, you know, survive a bit more comfortably, but not do as well again. So I'm sorry, Cheltenham fans. If you're a Cheltenham fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to finish in 18th place. Next up, Crewe Alexandra in 17th. Now, Crewe, bit of a weird one, aren't they? They're also a bit patchy when it comes to their placements in League 2. They can either be very, very good, very, very bad, or they can be right in the middle. So I feel like Crewe are going to have a bit of a wavy season next season. I think they're going to be okay, but not perfect. So like 2 seasons ago, they were in the playoffs. They were actually in the playoff final. Last season, they didn't do as good. They did okay, but they weren't as good as they were 2 seasons ago when they were in that playoff position in League 2. But next season, I feel like they're just going to fall off just a little bit more, but still comfortably stay up. So yeah, 17th place for Crewe Alexandra for me. If you're a Crewe fan, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Now, moving on to 16th place, I've got Bromley. Now, last season, I had egg on my face. I hugely underestimated them by putting them 24th place, bottom of the league. And they finished near the top half. So, yeah, cheers, Bromley. no, don't worry. But Bromley, that was a very, very good first season for you guys when you were in the Football League for the very first time. And, yeah, I'm very proud of you. I think you had a very, very good season. And I honestly did not see that coming. I should have looked at the League 2 before, because I didn't know that every team that's come up from the National League to go to League 2 have stayed up so far. So I probably should have looked at that before I put Bromley bottom. But honestly, it was their very first season in League 2 ever. So you honestly didn't know what to expect from them. But yeah, it was a very good season. This season, I think they're going to have a very similar season. I feel like they're going to do really well, but finish just outside of the top half. in 16th place. I think they're going to do okay. So if you're a Bromley fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to just stay up very comfortably though. Now in 15th, I've got the champions of the National League. I've got Barnet. Very, very impressed with them last season. They've ran away from the league pretty much since the game week 3. They ran away with it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do very, very well next season. Barnet, if they can win a league like that in National League, they're bound to do quite well in League 2. So I think they're going to do okay, and I think they're going to stay up quite comfortably. So yeah, 15th place for Barnet for me. What do you guys think on that one? Let me know if you're a Barnet fan. Right then, moving on to the teams that I've got finishing mid-table. In 14th place, I've got Walsall. In 13th place, I've got Shrewsbury Town. In 12th place, I've got Oldham Athletic. And in 11th place, I've got Salford City. Starting out with Walsall then. Now, Walsall were a very, very strange team last season. And I think we all know what I'm going to be talking about here. They were so clear at the top by Christmas. They only needed to win 2-3 more games, and then they would have been promoted to League 1. But they started falling away drastically, and whilst I was looking at it, I was like, what is going on? They were flying at this one point. How are they now doing this bad? And it got to a point where they even finished inside the playoffs. They've gone from being 20 something points clear at the top to now being in the playoffs. How? And then they lost to They lost the race for third place against Bradford on the final day, and they even go and lose the playoff final. I feel so sorry for the Walsall fans right now. They must be absolutely disappointed and fuming at the performance towards the end of the season. What was going on? So next season, I feel like the season that they just had might it will either light a fire in them and they might go for it again, or it might distract them and make them fall away a little bit. And I've gone for the latter. I think it might distract them a little bit and make them fall away a little bit. It depends, because you don't know what type of Walsall you're going to get next season. They could, like I said, they could either go for it again or they could fall away. But I feel like they might fall away. So I've gone with 14 for Walsall. If you're a Walsall fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If anybody chooses them to go in the playoffs, I don't mind that. I think that's completely fair enough. But yeah, if you're a Walsall fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to finish 14th this time round. Right then, moving on to 13th place, I've got Shrewsbury Town. And this one might surprise a few of you, but I feel like Shrewsbury, when you just have a team that you just feel might not do as well. You just have a feeling that they might not do as well. I've got that feeling with Shrewsbury at the moment. I know lots of people have them to finish in the playoffs, just outside, but I have a feeling that they might not do as well next season. And I'm sorry, Shrewsbury fans, but that's just how I'm feeling at the moment. That's just my prediction. So yeah, if you're a Shrewsbury fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If they do well, then I don't blame them. I think that'll be very, very good for them. But at the moment, I've got them to just miss out of the top half in 13th place. So yeah, if you're a Shrewsbury fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, 13th place for Shrewsbury for me. In 12th place, and a massive welcome back to Oldham Athletic. Man, it's so good to have them back in the Football League right now. You guys don't understand. Well, I've got them to do really, really well next season. So yeah, Oldham, I've got you to do really well. 12th place, very good first season back in League 2, and welcome back. It's good to have you back. If you're an Oldham fan, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, like I said, welcome back to the Football League. In 11th place, I've got Salford City. Now, I think they're going to do very, very well next season. They did really well last season. They were flirting with the playoffs quite a bit last season. And I think next season is going to be exactly the same. I think they're going to flirt around with the playoffs again. This time I've got them to just fall short again in 11th place. But yeah, I think Salford fans will be happy with that. I think 11th place isn't too bad. So yeah, if you're a Salford fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll go to finish just outside the top 10, but in 11th place. So yeah, still a decent position. Right then, guys, moving on to the 3 teams that I've got just missing out of the playoffs. In 10th place, I've got Crewe Town. In 9th place, I've got Gillingham, and in 8th place, I've got Colchester United. Starting out with 10th place, Crewe Town. Now, last season in League One, they gave it a really, really, really good go. Despite getting relegated, I thought they performed by far the best out of all the 4 relegated sides. And I think that shows they did place the highest out of all of them. But Crawley, I was really, really impressed with them. They gave every single game that they had a good go. Even though they lost the vast majority of them because the table showed they got relegated, they still gave everything a good go, and I'm really, really proud of them for that. They haven't been in League One in such a long time, and I feel like if you're just going up there, giving it a good go, that's all that matters. Yes, the expectation is to try and stay up, which they try to do. They still gave it a really good go, and I'm really proud of them for that. But next season, I feel like they might have a little bit of a drop-off. I feel like they're going to fall down the table a little bit and finish just outside the top 10. I've got a soft spot for Crawley, but I feel like you can't have every soft spot team to do really well, can you? That's not how football works. So I've got Crawley to finish in 10th place. So if you're a Crawley fan, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Now, in 9th place, I've got Gillingham. I feel like their signings look quite good. I feel like they're going to have a really good season next season. Last season, they didn't do too well. They started okay, but then they fell away. I think the quality of the other teams kind of got to them, and they ended up falling away. But next season, I think they're going to put that behind them, and I think they're going to do really, really well. So, yeah, 9th place for me. Just missing out of the playoffs, but yeah, 9th place, can't go wrong with that, can you? Can't argue with that. It's still a very, very good, solid place to be. So yeah, if you're a Gillingham fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to finish in 9th place. Now in 8th place, just missing out of the playoffs, I've got Colchester United. Now last season with the new owners that came in, they did very, very well. The start of the season was a little bit patchy, but towards the end of the season, they gained steam and they went straight up the table. Nearly got into the playoffs. Unfortunately, they lost out on the playoffs on the final day, but I still feel like they did really well. If they get off to a very, very good start next season, they could very, very well be in the playoffs if they keep that performance going. And I feel like they're going to be right in the playoff mix, but just slightly miss out of it. So yeah, 8th place for Colchester. If you're a Colchester fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to do really, really well next season. Right then, moving on to my playoff positions. In 7th place, I've got Cambridge United. In 6th place, I've got MK Dons. In 5th place, I've got Notts County. And in 4th place, I've got Grimsby Town. Starting out with Cambridge United then in 7th. Really, really poor performance last season, finishing in the bottom 4 last season. They did really, really bad. The vast majority of the season, they were in that bottom 4 the entire season. And I thought, yeah, they're done. So I thought they were really, really bad last season. But next season, I feel like they're going to do really, really well. Get into the playoffs. And yeah, if you're a Cambridge fan, I've got you to finish 7th. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Next up, in 6th place, I've got Milton Keynes Dons, aka MK Dons if you shorten the name. I think they're going to do really, really well next season. Last season, they were very, very poor, but they've made quite a few good signings so far, and I feel like they're going to do really, really well. So yeah, 6th place for MK Dons for me. What do you guys think on that one? Let me know your thoughts. Right then, in 5th place, I've got Notts County. Very, very unlucky last season, losing against AFC Wimbledon in the playoffs. And yeah, next season I think they're going to do pretty much similar to what they have been doing in League 2, doing quite well and finishing inside the playoffs. I feel like next season they're going to try and get a little bit more closer to the automatics, but again, I feel like they're just going to miss out on it, but still finish inside the playoffs. So if you're a Notts County fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I got you to finish in 5th place inside the playoffs. Now in 4th place, I've got Grimsby Town. Now last season, I was really impressed with them. A very, very good season from them. I did not expect Grimsby to have that good of a season. Past few seasons in League 2, they've been flirting around relegation. Haven't been doing too great, but last season they did actually do really, really well. Nearly finished inside the playoffs. They were in the playoffs for a few times, but unfortunately for them, they did miss out on it. This time around, I feel like they're going to get into the playoffs. I feel like they're going to have a very good season, and yeah, barely missed out on the automatics, but I think they're going to do well enough to finish inside the playoffs. So if you're a Grimsby Town fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you to do really, really well next season and finish inside the playoffs. Let me know your thoughts. And here we are then, my automatic promotion spots. In third place, I've got Chesterfield. In second place, I've got Swindon Town. And in first place, my champions, I've got Bristol Rovers. Right then, starting out with third place Chesterfield. Last season, they did really, really well. Didn't finish inside the automatics like I thought they would. They did get into the playoffs, but on the final day, they snatched that 7th place spot. But unfortunately for them, they didn't go up. They failed to beat Walsall in the playoff semi-finals. But next season, I feel like they're going to do really, really well and get into the automatics this time around. So yeah, third place for Chesterfield for me. If you're a Chesterfield fan, let me know your thoughts. What do you think your season is going to be like next season? Okay, second place, Swindon Town. Now, I have a huge, huge soft spot for Swindon Town. I'm glad they've now got a new manager. I feel like he's going to do really, really well for them. And, towards the end of last season, they did very well and started picking up some really good results. They were near the relegation zone. They were actually in the relegation zone at one point. They were flirting around the relegation zone, but ever since the new manager came in, they've shot up the table and they ended up finishing around the top half. So, yeah, very, very good end to the season for Swindon Town. If they could keep that up and if they can start really well next season, I feel that they've got no problems, no issues with finishing inside at least the top 7. So yeah, second place for Swindon Town for me. I feel like they're going to get automatic promotion. If you're a Swindon Town, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I've got you to do really, really amazingly well next season. Let me know your thoughts. And finally then, I've got Bristol Rovers to win the league next season. I feel like their fans did not expect their club to be relegated. None of us did. I thought Bristol Rovers would be fine last season, but apparently not, because they're now back in League 2. Next season, however, I've got them to place in first place, winning the league. I think they're going to do really, really well and not run away with the league, but I think it's going to be very close, and I feel like they are going to end up winning the league. I feel like they're going to be very, very good next season. And yeah, if you're a Bristol Rovers fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I've got you guys to win the league, become the champions. Right then, guys, that does it for my League 2 predictions for next season. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions down in the comments. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Hope you guys did. I didn't annoy you guys too much with some of my predictions. It's just a prediction. Anything can happen. And yeah, I hope you all have a very good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys.